welcome again to Study English, IELTS preparation. I'm Margot Politis. If you've been on a flight recently, you will have heard about the danger of sitting still for a long time in an aeroplane, apart from the danger of boredom, that is. The danger is from a condition called deep vein thrombosis, or DVT. Today on Study English, we'll listen to a doctor talk about DVT. Then we'll look at how to talk about things that might happen in the future.
Deep vein thrombosis is where a clot forms in the calf veins and occasionally in the veins of the leg, sometimes in the veins of the pelvis. And this is a great concern because the clot may dislodge, travelling with the flow of blood into the right side of the heart and from there into the lung. When we're travelling on long-haul flights, several things happen. First of all, we're stationary. We're not moving our legs, so there's no physiological compression of the calf muscles. Blood tends to sit in the veins and make clot. Number two, the environment is dry. We dehydrate. We may drink some alcohol. We dehydrate even further. Alcohol is a diuretic agent. It results in us actually drying out, and that makes the blood a little bit thicker and stickier. And these factors lead to clotting. Sometimes, perhaps particularly in the economy section of an aeroplane, we may be a little bit cramped and our leg may be slightly compressed on the seat. This could further prevent blood flow back to the heart and trap blood in the leg where clotting may occur.
Dr. Krantock was talking about things that could happen, may happen, or perhaps will happen in the future. Perhaps is an adverb. It's a word like maybe or possibly. It gives a statement the sense that the speaker is not sure if the thing will happen. Perhaps I will means the same as possibly I will or maybe I will. May and could are modal verbs. May has a number of meanings. The most common use is when you are asking permission. May I come in? Yes, you may. But the other use of may is to talk about possibilities in the future. I may come in tomorrow means in the future I will possibly come in, but it's not definite. Could has a number of meanings too. The first is ability. When I was little, I could swim, means when I was young, I was able to swim. But could is also used to express future possibilities. It could rain tomorrow. It's not definite, but it might rain. Dr. Krantock is talking about what can happen sometimes on flights, but it won't definitely happen. Listen again.
Sometimes, perhaps particularly in the economy section of an aeroplane, we may be a little bit cramped and our leg may be slightly compressed on the seat. This could further prevent blood flow back to the heart and trap blood in the leg where clotting may occur.
So for speculating or thinking about what will happen in the future, we can use adverbials like possibly or perhaps. We can use modal verbs like may and could, and we can use phrases like I guess, I imagine, I suspect. So in the clip, he says blood clotting could occur. We can also say blood clotting may occur. Blood clotting will perhaps occur. Blood clotting will possibly occur. I suspect blood clotting will occur. Notice that the adverbials can occur in a number of places in the sentence. Blood clotting will perhaps occur. Perhaps blood clotting will occur. Blood clotting perhaps will occur. Blood clotting will occur perhaps. Listen to Dr. Krantock and the way he structures his argument. Listen for a topic sentence and for the way he lists the different ideas.
When we're travelling on long-haul flights, several things happen. First of all, we're stationary. We're not moving our legs, so there's no physiological compression of the calf muscles. Blood tends to sit in the veins and make clot. Number two, the environment is dry. We dehydrate. We may drink some alcohol. We dehydrate even further. Alcohol is a diuretic agent. It results in us actually drying out, and that makes the blood a little bit thicker and stickier. And these factors lead to clotting.
The first sentence is the topic sentence. He said, when we're travelling on long-haul flights, several things happen. So we know from this topic sentence that he's going to tell us about travelling on long-haul flights. But there are lots of things you can say about travelling on long-haul flights. So he says something else in this sentence that gives us more information. He says, several things happen. This phrase is called the controlling idea. Every topic sentence has a controlling idea. It tells us what the focus of the paragraph will be. So he's going to be discussing several things that happen on long-haul flights. In the rest of the paragraph, he lists some of the things that happen. He raises the points one by one and discusses them in detail.
When we're travelling on long-haul flights, several things happen. First of all, we're stationary. We're not moving our legs, so there's no physiological compression of the calf muscles. Blood tends to sit in the veins and make clot. Number two, the environment is dry. We dehydrate. We may drink some alcohol. We dehydrate even further. Alcohol is a diuretic agent. It results in us actually drying out, and that makes the blood a little bit thicker and stickier. And these factors lead to clotting.
Dr. Crantock says, first of all, we're stationary. This is the first factor in his argument. People are stationary or sitting still. He says, number two, the environment is dry. This indicates it is the second factor in his argument. Moving on through the argument, you can keep discussing factors by using transition signals, such as another factor is, in addition or additionally, furthermore, above all. You could also use next, but this is quite informal as well. The last reason or item in the list could be introduced by lastly or finally. It's good practice to watch out for these transition devices when listening to someone talk. They'll help you to follow an argument more clearly. Finally for today, let's look at some definitions. Dr. Crantock gives a definition of the condition he is talking about because it's an unusual medical term.
Deep vein thrombosis is where a clot forms in the calf veins and occasionally in the veins of the leg, sometimes in the veins of the pelvis.
He says, deep vein thrombosis is where a clot forms in the calf veins. This is a common pattern for giving a definition. First, name the thing being defined. In this case, it's deep vein thrombosis. Secondly, use the verb to be, is or are. Here we'd say deep vein thrombosis is. Thirdly, we can write the class. What kind of thing is it? In this case, DVT is a medical condition. So we might have deep vein thrombosis is a condition. Next, we use a word like which, who, where, or that. Deep vein thrombosis is a condition where. And finally, we give the characteristics of the thing. This could be a physical description or a description of behaviour. In the case of a medical condition, this would most commonly be the symptoms or effects of the condition. Deep vein thrombosis is a condition where blood clots form in the veins. Let's try a couple of examples. What is a computer? It stores and processes information. A computer is a machine that stores and processes information. What is an accountant? Well, we have the phrase analyses and deals with finances. An accountant is a person who analyses and deals with finances. And what is the time? The time is something that we have run out of for today. See you next time on Study English. Bye-bye.